Welcome to the 9th episode of our Supply Chain Leadership Bulletin. It is called the $1 million question on how good leadership looks like. Let's get right into it. It wouldn't, of course, be a $1 million question if it would be so easy to answer. There is no one solely successful leadership approach. I'm sorry. Leadership happens in a highly complex context. That's why I would rather start answering the question by getting a better understanding which influences need to be considered to lead successfully. Successful leadership definitely considers, firstly, local, social and cultural factors. An example, leadership in Ireland needs to consider human orientation far more than in Germany, where individual performance is culturally deeper rooted. There are studies showing that successful leadership depends 10 times more on social and cultural factors than, for example, on the respective industry it deals with. This makes a lot of sense if you think of it. A culture, for example, of a country develops over multiple centuries and is therefore much deeper rooted than the specifics of an industry or even of a corporate culture. Secondly, successful leadership needs to consider the maturity of the different parts of the organization as well as the maturity of the leader himself. Simple example, a leader who is stuck in authoritarian leadership will not be able to lead new work without considerable change. At the same time, self-organization, as one of the elements of new work, will not work with teams who are not yet able or willing to take on responsibility. Good leadership needs to adapt to these individual maturities. Simplified, a leader needs to pick people and organization up from where they really are. Thirdly, good leadership deals more with complementary leadership skills in teams rather than trying to overload one individual with all different required skills. A carefully composed leadership team with a broad scope of different skills therefore is the right answer to the complexity of our business reality. Okay, so we know what good leadership needs to consider. This brings us closer to the answer, but still the big question remains. Who is actually defining what good leadership is? I would definitely vote for the ones who are being led. A 2004 Globe study on worldwide leadership preferences provided us with the greatest possible jury. 17,000 middle managers out of 62 countries worldwide. For me, the most important takeaway from that study, people are looking for leaders. They actually appreciate leadership. And this throughout all cultures and geographies in the world. But this leader shall be a strong, visionary and inspiring character, be at the same time human and appealing, and shall act with real and honest interest towards his staff and from same eye level with his staff. The answer to the $1 million question consequently is: good leadership adapts to the individual circumstances. It is strong, visionary and inspiring, but at the same time human and based on real interests in people and acts from same eye level. Let's embrace that, transfer it to our day-to-day behavior and let us be good leaders. In the 10th episode of our Supply Chain Leadership Bulletin, I will look at the digital transformation of the supply chain and logistics industry and what that transformation means for leadership. But more about that next time.